I set forth a challenge that I lost. The rules of the challenge were simple. If I lost, I would be at the mercy of a third party to decide what game I would have to review this month. So today I'm here to review a game with one of the largest fan followings of all time, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Today, in its truest sense, no game be spared. This is a major review. Welcome back. Since we last saw each other, I spent my time trying to communicate with Santa's elves. Didn't work, too short of a temper. Super Smash Bros. Melee is one of the most popular games for its age. You can find a tournament or club just about anywhere you go in any city. But what makes the game so critically acclaimed, so wildly popular? That's what we're here today to talk about. The game was released here in the States on December 3rd, 2001. It was released for the Nintendo GameCube, and of course it was released by Nintendo. The whole point of the game is fairly simple. It's all of your favorite Nintendo characters fighting it out through superiority across various 2D platformer-like stages. Now, if you haven't played a Super Smash Bros. Game, it's not like your average Mortal Kombat, where when your health bar reaches 0, you're done. In this game, you have a percentage in the bottom corner of the screen. The higher that percentage gets, the more you get knocked back. The final goal is to knock the opponent off of the stage. Perhaps they thought that killing one of your favorite Nintendo characters would be a little too dark, but the whole point of the game is they're already beating the crap out of each other, so how much of that can we really fix? As a quick side note, this game was chosen for me by that third party because he saw my other reviews and thought they felt a little more plot summary-y than actual reviews, and I can see his point. Thus, he chose a game that doesn't really have a plot that I can analyze and break down and make jokes off of. But I'd like to take a moment to ask the question, what is the plot here? Why are these characters fighting each other? Why does Mario look like a disappointed father in this game? So many questions. Well, to answer those questions, we go now to our field reporter, Doug, this make my butt look big. Doug?
Thanks, Sean, and we might just be in luck. Word on the street is, in this building lives a man who is a self-proclaimed expert of the Mario Brothers. Let's go say hi. I think this is the one. Well, Luigi, thank you so much for reaching out to us and letting us into your home this Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Now we have a few questions for you, but the big one that's on all of our minds is, why are these titans of Nintendo video games fighting?
Well, you see, it all started back in the arcades with the original Mario Bros, what with like all the pipes and a few POW blocks and a few stray spiny shells here and there, but things were fine for a while with the NES games, but then came, the parties, the tennis matches, and one blue shell later, and you can't go back from there.
Oof, understandable. Now, this has started to get so big, it's involving other characters into this brawl.
Well, first Link got involved just because of the disgrace to the color green, and Donkey Kong couldn't sit by idly after the barrel incident of '92. Fox took the whole thing to space, Zelda put a price on Luigi's head, and then Seamus got involved after that.
Seamus?
Huh?
We have a question from the studio audience. They want to know, how did Ness get involved in all of this?
Well, some say it's just a love of violence and this is all just for fun. Others say it's a deeply personal problem that goes all the way back to the startup code for Pong, but Me? I don't know for sure. All I know is that those unblinking eyes, they frighten me. They haunt my dreams.
Sorry to hear that. Well, one last question. How did you manage to keep yourself out of this kerfuffle?
It's simple. I don't want to be a part of any of it.
Wait, is that what I... Hold on, give me this. Give me this. The more you know. We reached out to the Mario Brothers for a statement, but all we got back in return was coupons for pipe cleanings and Luigi's designer brand overalls. Now, on to the gameplay. Even though the game is old enough to be a legal adult, but not old enough to drink, it's held up incredibly well for its age. It doesn't look dated or old, and it's really incredible because I haven't played the game in years, but with that, and that I've been playing it now for the review, I haven't run into any graphical glitches, or if I have, they were so few or limited that there's nothing really to note. In fact, the only graphical jankiness I can ever find is if I pause it at just the right moment, or if I finish a battle doing something weird, like in the middle of a taunt. All of the moves and movesets and details and graphics look just uniform enough to make these characters all believably part of the same world, yet they still have enough of their own games in them that they still feel like they're out of their own games. It's really, really incredible what they did here to bring all of these characters together, yet still make them believably separate. On the subject of characters' movements, all of the characters have great movesets and actions. These movesets all feel like they resemble something of the game that these characters are from, yet at the same time, again, they're believably part of the same world. It's really, really easy. The game is incredibly learnable because combos are really, really simple to do. Honestly, the more difficult moves usually are just result of one or two directionals and a button, which is really, really nice, and it's really, really easy to get in and develop a main, or a character that you're really good with, or a character that you like playing. It's nice to see that my own mains are actually my three favorite Nintendo characters, Link, Fox, and Samus. And of course, there are characters that I'm not great with, like Mario, Ice Climbers, or most of the Pokemon, admittedly. But I definitely, genuinely believe that this game is incredibly learnable. And it's incredibly playable for that reason. It's really easy for somebody who's either new to gaming, old to gaming, or somebody who's really trying to get into it. It's incredibly learnable because you could just kind of sit down and enjoy yourself. You don't have to memorize combos and stuff like that. And I set out to actually prove that theory. What I did is I gave myself 1 hour to learn how to play Mario a bit better, and at the end of that hour, take my brother on, who is one of the best Smash players I know. I did break the targets, I did classic modes, I did just normal battles, I did some special modes, and everything else, just trying to really get the fine subtleties of Mario down. And before that, I really sucked with Mario. But how did I do after that hour?
1 hour later.
By all means, I got nowhere close to winning. But I did show a marked improvement from before I started practicing to after, which is pretty incredible, because I only had 1 hour. Did I learn enough to go kill it at a tournament? Heck no. But did I learn enough to have a genuinely enjoyable time with my brother playing Super Smash Bros. Melee? Yes. Yes, I did. The game is great for learnability, even though I was schooled in Jigglypuff's Rest Kill, Rainbow Cruise, and infuriating edgeguard tactics, which still make me angry. I still had a lot of fun. And in the past, I never thought I could even take down one stock with Mario. But now that I have, there's really nothing stopping me from honing my skills and practicing more to take down the other two and maybe even win. I did try most of the game modes. Classic will always be highly enjoyable. Nothing will get me feeling more nostalgic than a big guy in the clouds going, "Break the targets!" Adventure mode is much in the same, however the Legend of Zelda maze gave me nightmares when I was little. Classic Melee is always fun, as 100-man is infuriating. And I tried the tournament mode, which was really fun, but I made the mistake of making all my opponents level 1s, thinking, I haven't played in a while, I'm a bit rusty. Probably a good idea. My 2 stock match was over in all of 18 seconds, and then I got to watch Jigglypuff and Samus scratch at each other for about 11 minutes until one of them was finally taken down, not by the other, but by a passing car. Home run contests are a lot of fun, especially now that I can actually figure out how to do them. I couldn't when I was little. And the break the target sessions are really interesting. However, it's really, really fun for about 7 or 8 targets, and then those last 2, you just can't figure it out, and you end up wanting to pull your hair out by the end of it. And the credits are always a little confusing. Sir, are you sure we even need to be shooting these? Like, I don't even think that they're enemies. Like, oh, jeez! Now, just by playing the game itself, it's easy to see why it's such a fan favorite. What other game can I watch Mario and Luigi get into a proper domestic over a lightsaber? What other game can I watch Donkey Kong ground pound the multi-man out of existence? What other game has Jigglypuff, of all creatures, as the most overpowered competitor in the game? The characters themselves all feel like they should be in this world together, but also still feel like they do in their separate games, like I said before. Now, by all means, I'm not great at this game, but in my years of playing it, I've played just about every single character, and you can tell that attention and care went into designing their moves and their movesets so you can feel nostalgic about the character, but still having the character bring something new to the game. Everywhere between Link's up B recover to Bowser spitting straight fire. Ha, jokes. It's obvious that they took time to make this incredibly refined to the point of it still being played widely to this day. The controls are nice and responsive. Jigglypuff needs to get nerfed, but that's a different story. I'm a little salty about Jigglypuff, if you couldn't tell. Now it's time for the new segment on the show called Size Doesn't Matter. The segment where we talk about the little things in the game that don't really add much to the gameplay, but it's just nice to know they're there. Number 1, this game has a really weird built-in mechanic in the menu screens with the C-stick, the yellow one for you uncultured swine. The C-stick, if you turn it on a menu screen, will actually pitch and shift the camera, which doesn't really do much for the game, but it's just kind of funny. And I feel that it harkens back to the old days of Star Fox 64, where before you press start, you can move the 64 all around the startup screen, and it is so funny. And it's a really great way to freak out your siblings. Number 2, I'd like to thank whoever developed the pink and white reskin for Captain Falcon. It makes the game so much more fun. And number 3, on the stage where you find young Link for the first time, of course there's the turtle and the little hut island thing, but occasionally on the level you can find your good friend Tingle, the map maker, our good friend from so many other Legend of Zelda games. And not only can you find him, you can pop his balloon and make him fall straight to Earth. Feels like I'm a Deku Shrub all over again. Now that I've said all this really positive stuff about the game, I feel like I should be taking it down a peg, but there's really nothing negative I could say about it, aside from the massive unusefulness of Mario's up B. So the only thing that I could think of, which isn't even inherently negative because it doesn't make it a bad game, and I know it's an unpopular opinion that I favor here when I say this, but I prefer Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Captain, incoming storm from the fans! Now before you get mad at me, let me explain. I have my reasons, and they are reasonable. Mostly, it's nostalgia. When I was growing up, I played Brawl a good deal more than I ever did Melee. I got used to playing with Wiimote and nunchucks. I got used to the larger character roster. I got really good with Rob and Sonic. I really enjoyed Subspace Emissary and playing co-op with my brother to unlock characters. I even tried the elusive Project M and enjoyed the heck out of that too. I enjoyed the Metal Gear stuff and temporarily tried to main Snake. Didn't go great, and the stage builder was amazing as well. I got more mileage from Brawl than I did from Melee, and I think it just sticks out in my mind more. And random tripping is dumb, but, you know, my Brawl has always just been kind of there more so than Melee for me. You know, even the 3DS one I like a lot, mainly because no ice climbers. Now that I'm saying that, does that mean that given the choice I would pick Brawl every time? No. Does it mean I'm going to sell this? No. In fact, it's my brother's copy. I don't even think I can. But does it mean I hate the game? You did see the rest of the video, right? Now before we go, I just want to give my parting thoughts on the game. As a player, and as I've been playing it for the review, I've slowly been remembering more and more who I was good at and what I was good at doing. Melee and all of the Smash games, for that matter, are great for playability in the sense that just about anybody can play them. Doesn't matter, like I said, if you're good at games, if you want to be. Or if you just, you know, and anybody can pick it up and enjoy it, whether it's because your favorite characters are in it, or because you genuinely enjoy the gameplay itself. The Smash series will remain highly regarded by me all around, whether we're talking about Smash Ultimate or Smash 64. The game is truly the best for anybody. My own mother, who plays games like Candy Crush and Harvest Moon, picked up a Wiimote in Brawl and had some pretty darn good Meta Knight game, if I do say so myself. You know, my grandmother used to watch me and Bobby play from wheelchairs. The game is as much a treat to play as it is to commentate. And it's so incredible because it doesn't matter what happens while you're playing, no matter how many swear words are flung across the living room, you end the game feeling closer to the other person you're playing with than you did when you started. I don't know any other fighting game that can do that. Even the violence in this game is just cartoony enough to be goofy, but still, you know, it feels nice enough to be taken seriously. This game is somehow taking this fighting game genre and turning it into this family-friendly game, this party game that you can play with your friends, have tournaments and everything. The entire Smash series is absolutely incredible. And it is a massive, massive success for Nintendo because it is one of the, like I said, it is one of the few games I know where you can just sit down with some friends having never played it before and just enjoy yourself. I don't know any other game like that. Super Smash Bros., Melee included, will always be probably one of the greatest series of all time for that reason. If you agreed with me, let me know down in the comments below. If you disagreed with me, let me know down in the comments below as well. And also, since you're here, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to be notified of when we upload. And if you're curious to see what else we do, check out our other reviews right here. Or, if you don't want to check out another review, check out a video that YouTube thinks you'll like right here. Of course, I cannot promise that it is not another review. YouTube's opinion of you, so if it's another review, what do you think of yourself? Okay, come on now. And make sure you subscribe right here, not pointing at my crotch. I'm Sean from Two Major Losers, and I'll see you guys in the next one.